Hello viewers, welcome to another interesting edition of Point Blank. My name is Kizito Osimnobi Ibe. Today in the studio, I have with me a man with unparalleled integrity, a servant of God, a leader and accomplished fellow. He is the PDP candidate for Imo State House of Assembly representing Ihite Uboma. Please help me welcome to the studio Honorable Bishop Emma Okereke. Honorable, welcome.
Thank you.
Before we continue, on behalf of all Africans, I want to use this medium to congratulate Honorable Judge Chika Anyam on her election as the judge, Criminal Court District 7, Dallas County. She is the first immigrant to win such position in the United States of America. We wish her well and we are proud of her. Congratulations, Honorable Chika Anyam. Like I said before, I have the candidate representing Ihite Uboma Ward going to Imo State of Assembly, Bishop Emma Okereke. Historians, we know him. He's a member of the community. He has decided to take another step to better the lives of his people. We have him here and we want to share one or two things with him and for him to tell us what his ward is going to expect during his representation. Honorable, the dice is cast, the people of your ward has spoken. How is the general election going to be 2019?
Thank you, the great presenter and MC of the community, Kizito. We just come out from the primary election and getting ready for the general election, which is coming up next year. The campaign actually will kick off for the House of Assembly and the gubernatorial on the 2nd of December. We're expecting the presidential and senatorial, the House of Representatives to kick off on the 18th of November, which is a few days from now. So we are busy making contacts, trying to raise funds, trying to get friends and relatives and other social bodies involved in knowing what it takes to get into a major election in Nigeria. And this time is something that has to be inclusive. You know, everybody got to be involved one way or the other.
On deck.
Yes.
Okay, before we continue, can you tell us what happened during the primaries? How many contestants do we have from your ward under the platform of PDP?
In my constituency, which is Ihite Uboma, we have 6 contestants or aspirants in the PDP platform who were aspiring with me. And 2 of us came from overseas. There is one, Mr. Matthias from Malawi, and myself who resides in the US. It was a little bit difficult because we are not permanently residing at home.
Yeah.
But we were able to break through. We presented our manifestos and we talked to the people and we enlightened them and they saw the difference. And I won with a very reasonable margin. There were 104 delegates that were voting for Ihite Uboma state constituency, and I won 54 out of those votes.
Really?
The second person running up is about 28 votes, so you could see that the people really spoke.
Yeah, because you know, people overseas normally get that fear that they are not on the ground. Going home to contest is just a waste of money. How did you manage to break through?
Like I said, if you get involved with the people and go to the grassroots and explain and enlighten them on what's on ground, you know, they will understand you. But most of the people who have left from overseas, went home to contest, they stopped with the leadership of the party. They try to romance with the leadership, and hence they have been adopted by one or two leaders or godfathers.
They go home
They think they have gotten it. They go home and relax. So, and they will drop their money, their hard-earned money with those leaders who are
not going to do anything for them.
Exactly. They are ready to consume whoever brings any money. But I bypassed them. I went into the grassroots. I met the people in their kitchen, in their dining table, in their backyard, in their farms. I spoke to them, yes, in their playfield. Attended wakekeepings, burials, other traditional programs. They saw me. They saw that I'm a son of the soil. They know I understood what is going on in the villages. And it was easy for them to say, this is the man
that we are going for.
Yes.
Okay, in the general election, we have over 10 or 12 political parties, and I'm sure all of them fielded candidates. What are you going to do to, since you have maneuvered the primaries, I know you started earlier on with that, so how is the game going to be?
Yes, there's a lot of parties. I heard about 92. Already, yes, in Imo State there are 67 gubernatorial candidates right now in Imo State, and which one of our brothers here, Ubasiuba, is one of the candidates.
Okay, the EP3 candidate.
Yes. So, but the major parties that people are looking at is the PDP, which is actually been positioned to win in the national. And there's the bandwagon effect. It will go down even up to the states and the House of
so every strata of the government must get the effect of
exactly.
the... Yeah.
So we, and to be honest with you, the PDP machinery in Imo State is very strong. As we're talking now, APC is not together. There's two major factions. The Hope Uzodinma faction and Okorocha and his son-in-law faction.
Are you sure it wasn't the PDP who planted the faction?
No. The PDP has nothing to do...
because Hope Uzodinma was a staunch member of PDP.
Yes.
All of a sudden, he just came to APC to contest for governor.
Yes, he's governorship hungry. You know, he wanted to be governor at all costs, and he knew very well there's no hope for him in PDP because Right Honorable Meka Ihedioha has proved his stuff in PDP, and he knew that Right Honorable Meka Ihedioha will win the PDP candidacy in PDP in Imo State. So he started earlier on to get into APC, thinking that it would be easy for him, and unfortunately, the APC emperor, which is Okorocha, will not let him have his way. That's what caused the division that they're going through now.
Okay, that is, we are not here for APC, though we like the information you just chip in. But let me quickly ask you, Atiku Obi ticket, when Obi was selected, there were some grumblings from some quarters in Imo, Southeast, that why should they pick Obi? Why should, is it Obi not a better candidate?
Obi is a good candidate, and the presidential candidate made his choice. He picked for somebody he will work with. And those who are agitating or against it is the same people that I'm always talking about them. They are holding Nigerians at their jugular. They are holding people at their throat. That's why we can't have fresh blood into the system. They wanted
everything to pass through
them. So that's the only reason that it didn't pass through them. When they said they were not consulted, who are them that need to be consulted? We are all Nigerians, or we are all PDP members. When somebody is choosing a running mate, he got to choose a person.
Somebody that he has
confidence in. And there's a lot of things he has to consider.
Yes.
Though it's not wrong to consult some party leadership, which I believe he did. But there are few people who believe it would have been through them, or they were expecting their own anointed candidate to be the running mate. It didn't work like that. So I don't see any reason for their agitation.
Okay, you are very comfortable here in the United States of America. You are doing well. What made you change your mind to go into politics back home instead of here, leaving your comfort zone?
Yeah, it's not changing mind, it's compassion, actually. Like you said, I have a flowing business here, amazing auto sales. I'm the presiding bishop of Amazing Grace Ministries. I have proven my worth here in this city, in this country, as the president of Okigwe Progressive Assembly, and the chairman of the prestigious Laws Club International, the director of protocols for EHITE USA. So if it is about hunger to be a leader,
Yes.
I won't be going because I'm already in
Yes,
different kind of leadership
yes.
position here. But the compassion, seeing what our people are going through, pensioners dying, people who taught us in school, people who serve the government, serve the public, cannot get their little, yes, to survive till they die. But they're all dying prematurely because the governor,
die as they wait for their
exactly,
money.
The governor refused to pay them, and there are people in the House of Assembly who are supposed to make these laws that will push the governor to pay them, to take care of them. You know, we have hospitals that are ill-equipped. There are hospitals and clinics in all the local government, but there is nothing there, no medication. The governor gets allocation from Abuja and share it with, you know, and then give little bit to the state legislators to keep quiet. And so these are the things we are going in there. The people don't know that the actual power rests on the state legislators. They are the ones that touch the communities, the wards, because they are closer home. It's not Abuja, it's not Senate or House of Reps. But those in the state legislators, they are the ones that touch the life of the people because they have to work with the governor or navigate and tell him, look, you are taking us the wrong way. Okay. You know, and they make changes.
I think we're going to come back there, but let's go a little bit. Government, we have three arms of government: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. And we have what we also call checks and balances. I think these things are lacking in Imo State government precisely because the governor can do whatever he likes, and the legislature is not going to do anything. The judiciary is quiet. They are not interpreting the law as it should be. So what do you think is actually the problem? Is it the
problem is a good question you ask. The problem is the legislators, like the present House of Assembly in Imo State, have their election results were paid for by the governor. The governor bought the election for them, so they don't have the guts to stand before him and correct him. In fact, they have lost their conscience. They cannot legislate because they did not have a free and fair election. It was bought for them. And so he who...
So they don't have that moral...
no, it's gone. They sold their conscience when they did not pass through the people's choice. Process. They don't have the mandate of the people. It was the governor who purchased their legislation. So, purchased them to be legislators. So they have to sing to the glory of the governor. That's why you see a dead legislature in Imo State right now. The speaker, Achoy him, and his cohorts are doing nothing to check the excesses of the government. So that aspect of democracy that involves the checks and balance is zero.
Not there.
Yes.
And the judiciary is keeping
the judiciary will
get... The governor as well pockets
yes.
the judiciary.
Exactly.
So nothing happens.
When the government, when the courts or the judges issue orders to the governor, he doesn't even listen. And they don't do anything about it. So if people who have the mandate of the masses gets into the government, they will make every governor that is sitting there to know that that seat is not his family seat. It's not a personal
That's a public,
business.
public office.
So we have to stand up to his excesses, and he will be cautious because I have legislators that know what they're doing, that will query him, that will the major work of the legislature is to check, to regulate, to be a kind of a control watchdog to what the executive is doing.
Okay, Bishop, you're still coming back. You're a minister of God, and now you are going into politics. How are you going to combine the two together?
Oh, very well. I get that questions a lot. A lot. What people have to understand is, unless the righteous is on the throne, the people suffers. From the beginning of creation, God have always used men of God in leadership. Originally, it is men of God that are presidents of every country, because they have the fear of God and they lead with the fear of God. Start from creation, start from Abraham. You go through Adam. Adam is the leader of the family, and he's the spiritual leader. God gave him the instruction first. So right there, he became the spiritual leader as well as the political leader of the family. Abraham, the same thing. Moses, the same thing. Moses was the one that came and campaigned and solicited and lobbied for Israel from Egypt. People forget that. But he's a man of God. God called him first.
And gave him power.
After God has called him and given him spiritual power, God now pushed him to get involved in the politics of his people. So he starts talking to Pharaoh. That is diplomacy. That is politics. Until Pharaoh got to the point that he can't handle it anymore, he said, okay, I will let you and your people go. So Moses was doing those two things in hand in hand. So men of God are called not just for the pulpit. Men of God are called to be involved in politics. They are called to be involved in the welfare of the people, to be medical doctors, to be lawyers. How will you feel having a pastor being your lawyer? He's going to tell you the truth. How you feel having a pastor or a preacher being your medical doctor, being your private physician. He will pray for you while administering the drug to you. So when you have a pastor, a preacher like me as a politician, expect the truth. Expect bringing comfort to the people. Expect looking people in their eyes instead of putting that money in your pocket. Because of your pastoral compassion, you will extend it to the people. And so it is a compassion that I have over the church. And since I've done well in the church, I can take that compassion to the public, to my constituents.
So your ministry and your political life will go pari passu as to...
Exactly.
So, and I think your ministry will aid you very well in your political life, because when you use the inspiration from the Bible, it will help you to initiate a policy that will affect the people of your constituency.
Exactly.
Okay. Things are not working well in Imo State as we speak right now. What are the B's? Especially because the way you sound and the way we are looking things, you're already there. Tell us one bill you have in mind to introduce on the floor of the House when you get inaugurated.
The first bill that is in my mind is to put a motion that I believe by God's grace will go through to make sure that retirees, pensioners, gets what they deserve for that. The government will not tamper into the pensioners' money, because these people were our teachers in primary and secondary school. They were the nurses that gave birth to us, that assisted our mothers during childbearing. They were the people that working in the post office that we mailed our mails and letters, that even brought the documents. Brought us to America. Yes, our WAEC and everything. And these people are languishing in the villages. They are suffering. They merely meet their 3 square meals. So the first bill I'm going to pursue is to ensure that there will be a motion that will enhance the payment of pensioners when due and on time.
Okay. In that bill, let us try. I know it has not been introduced because the system back home there is not working fine. How do you want? What machinery do you think could be put in place to make sure that their exercise will be a hinge-free one?
I have been a chaplain of a university, Edo State University, for a couple of years. I've worked with people. I know how to talk to and manage human beings. I've been a pastor for 33 years, and I have had experience in knowing how to melt into people and get them to believe in the right way and follow that right way. And so what I would do is to, first of all, I've already started making friends. Among the 27 candidates that emerged in PDP, I'm now the coordinator of candidates that emerged in PDP in Imo State for all the 27 local governments. So I've already started meandering myself in. Okay, I have among the 27 of them, about 10 that I've made personal friends during the course of our filling our forms, buying our forms, screening, and these are with me right now. And if I manage to keep that and grow them, when I introduce a bill, you see, it will be.
Bishop, is there only a bill are you trying to?
That's what
we are also seeking maybe the Speaker of the House.
Well, that is left in the hands of God. It can happen, and if it comes, glory be to God. If it doesn't come, wherever I am in the house, I know you cannot close my mouth. Having preached for 33 years, it's difficult to shut down this mouth.
You stand so comfortable that the 27 PDP candidates will definitely occupy the Imo State House of Assembly.
Most likely. With the way things are in Imo State now, I don't see anybody who will talk about APC or ABGA. Look at what ABGA did. Bring all the aspirants, collect millions from them and shut them out, and then give it to the highest bidder. So in Imo State now, ABGA is dead on arrival. APC is a no-no. Nobody want to hear about that party. A party that is killing people, a party that is killing Christians in the north and in Middle Belt. Nobody want to hear about it. So I see 27 of these candidates that have emerged. I see them winning. And I see Emeka Ihedioha being the next governor of Imo State.
Okay, let's quickly talk about this. You don't mention our friend, Dr. Matt Siokoba,
yeah,
who is contesting under the platform of PROP.
Yeah.
And I had him here a couple of weeks ago, and he said that people of Imo State are yearning for people who have not been in politics. Does he have a chance?
With God, all things are possible. The impossibilities of man are the possibilities of God. Yeah. I cannot rule him out. I will be praying for him. But like you know, I have a principle that I'm following, which is Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, because he's the flag bearer of PDP, where I am running under. And I believe it's he that has been designed to occupy Douglas House come 2019.
Okay, Bishop, we're going to go on break right now. When we come back, we continue from where we stopped. Viewers, don't forget, I have Bishop Emma Okereke, is the PDP candidate going for Imo State House of Assembly representing Ihite Uboma. He has been telling us how it went for the primaries, the way the election is going to go next year, and some of the bills he plans to introduce if get inaugurated. We will be right back. Don't go away.
discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Eastern Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Hello viewers, welcome back. This is Point Blank. My name is Kizito Osimnobi Ibe. I have with me Bishop Emma Okereke, PDP candidate of Imo State House of Assembly representing Ihite Ubom. Before we went on break, we were talking about the bills he plans to introduce. But before we go further, Bishop, recently here in America, for the first time in the history of the United States of America, an immigrant woman from Africa, in Nigeria precisely, Honorable Chika Anyam, was elected the District Court Judge 7 in Dallas County. How do you appraise that?
That's a very awesome development. And we have come to grow numerically here in the United States. First, second generations have grown. And we need to look at our surroundings and see the growth that God has blessed us with over these years and take advantage of that. I congratulate her. It is a good step, and we thank God for her victory. I'm also appealing to other Nigerians, especially here in Houston and Sugar Land area, Fort Bend and Harris County, to make that bold step as well. We've made money here, we've built churches here, we've built community centers
paid our
here.
price.
We've paid our dues. It's about time. Look at Houston here, not the Chinese, but Vietnamese have occupied almost the whole of Howard.
Yeah.
They have changed the names of Mbele, and they're not more than us in number. We have such numbers, we have such wealth, which is a lot of investments that Nigerians have made here. It's about time they get into leadership. About time they get into position of authority. That will help and enhance the livelihood of our people here. Let's stop being at the bench and
the
criticize.
bench warmers and
Yes.
clap for
Yes.
others.
But let's
need to
get
be the
involved
decision makers.
and push our people into it. So it's a wake-up call. We have Nigerians in England that have got into positions. We once had Nigeria as the mayor of Cleveland here. So I encourage Nigerians in Houston, in the Fort Bend and Harris County areas to get involved. We have a lot of lawyers here who could get involved. We have a lot of medical doctors, a lot of nurses, a lot of engineers, a lot of business investors here. It's about time we get involved.
A lot of professors
Yes,
in the universities.
Yes. So get involved into politics. Don't be scared. You see that people will encourage you if you come out. You wouldn't know that if you didn't come out. So it's a good thing.
Okay. Bishop, we always see members of the assembly passing bill that concerns them, increasing their allowances instead of passing bill that will have direct bearing to the people. As an intended member of Imo State House of Assembly, would you allow this to happen?
That's what people do when they get into the house or into government positions without any backup. They go in there being hungry before, so they go there only looking for themselves, accumulating, like they haven't seen money before. It is a syndrome that has to be stopped, and that's why I am involved, so that we can enlighten our people that this status quo could be changed, not about ourselves, but about the people we represent, to make bills that will favor the people. Look, when the people are happy, when they are favored, you are favored.
You are favored.
Yes.
So
when the road are good, it's not only them that are going to pass through that road. You will pass through the road.
You have relatives who pass the road.
When the marketplaces have standard, have restrooms in the marketplace, and there is hygiene, there's longer life for the people. You will be affected too.
Of course.
Your relatives will live longer, not just this thing we are talking, the masses, the people, they are all people connected to us, either by marriage or by maternal or by relatives or friends or people you went to school with.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be favorable to all, not just one person.
Okay, what will be your effort in making sure that the next state assembly you will be part of will not be reckoned with rancor and impeachment?
Well, the person that is most likely going to be the next governor of Imo State, Right Honorable Mekenye, is a man that have been experienced in law making. He's been in the National Assembly for 8 years or more. He's been a ranking member. In fact, he left the National Assembly as a Speaker of the Green Chamber. So with that, there won't be much rancor because he knows the rules of the game and he will abide by the rules of the game. Because this next House, Imo State House Assembly, is going to be really, really tough, because I have seen a lot of men coming in there. There are people who have got what it takes. Most of them are fearless. Most of them have made it individually, financially. Most of them have had their breakthrough. Spiritually, there's about 4 pastors that are coming in there. So it's not going to be business as usual. But the good thing about it, the one who is going to ascend into the Douglas House as the governor has been a lawmaker himself, and he knows the rules of the game, and he knows that it's not going to be business as usual. More importantly, he himself, he is a builder. He is a committed man for the good of the people. He takes the title Omeka Hunanya. So you see that he is a man who has proved his track record.
Something
sure
for the people to see.
So it will blend. He will blend well with us in getting to rebuild Imo State, which has been the passion of Right Honorable Mekenye.
You'll be speaking about Right Honorable Mekenye, who is the PDP governorship candidate, and you are also running under the platform of PDP, which means you must have the same manifesto, you must have the same blueprint. What are your plans, a PDP plan, if they ascend to leadership come 2019 on unemployment?
PDP has been known to be a party that brings smiles in the face of the people. A lot of people try to say corruption during the PDP time, but I will tell you this, those were the time that people were smiling, people were buying new cars, opening new businesses, smiling to the banks with money. You know, PDP makes the economy to run. Look at where Jonathan left the economy, the strongest in Africa. Look at where we are today. Jonathan left the economy, the dollar exchange as $150 naira per dollar. Today it's 360 per dollar. So the focus of the PDP is to make the people belong, put smile on their face, create jobs that will assimilate the over-bubbling youth that are coming out from our universities.
How do they plan to create these jobs? In Imo State, we don't have any existing industry.
Yes.
We don't have any manufacturing factory. So how do you people plan to create this job? You know, everybody said create job for the youth. Let us say, okay, we are going to establish this industry. We are going to bring this investment from abroad. Do you have such plans?
Sure. There are a lot of industries that are in existence in Imo State but are dormant right now. Right Honorable Making here is focused in getting those dormant industries working again. The Avotu poultry to work again. The shoe factory to work again. The glass industry, aluminum industry that is in MBC to start working again. So some of this during Mbakwe's time has come in existence, but subsequent government has left it to go dormant.
Just like that.
Yes. So we have
of the other palm.
That's where I was about to talk about. We had the other palm that is able to produce enough oil and other resources that goes with the palm oil. The governor will rehabilitate. In fact, what we have now on ground, if it is rehabilitated, if it is revisited, put new machinery, service them, and get people in to start working, and they start going. In fact, the GDR of Imo State we should up. So, but the thing is, before building new ones, let's see these old ones that has been abandoned or neglected by previous government. The Right Honorable Making here government will revisit them and revive them, renew them, get new machineries, get people into working again.
Does he have any plan about the Imo airport? We're supposed to have an international airport, but our airport was turned to cargo airport. We have seaport that is not working. The Uguta Lake is not drenched. Does he have any plan about this?
Right now, I will tell you about the international airport. It's a federal thing, but everyone knows that that airport needs to be up and running. We are more travelers than any part of Nigeria. So he has, I want to assure you and assure our viewers that Right Honorable Making here has very robust, not just plan, connection with the federal, with his relationship to the incoming president, whom he has worked with before, with his relationship with people in Abuja, where he has spent most of his political career. He will be able to get our airport upgraded to international standard.
What of the seaport and the Uguta Lake? Because most of our business guys, instead of their ship coming down to Imo State, they go to Tinkana land where they spend so much money, even trying to bring the stuff back to East becomes a problem. But if you have a seaport close to us.
Sure. Yeah, that's a national issue, and that's been the reason why we are clamoring for restructuring. These are the things that they have used politically to keep down the average Imo or Igbo man. We could have a seaport, yes, even if in Port Harcourt we have seaport, but they try as much as possible to frustrate people going through that route so that they will have more business in Lagos and make more money for Lagos people. So this is critical. It's a little bit more of national politics. But when we have the right person as the governor, like we had in Mbakwe, he will go and fight up there for us.
What belongs to us.
Yeah, when we have a good president like Atiku coming in, he has promised us restructuring. These are one of the things that are involved in the restructuring. The seaport and the airport. How come we have only 5 states when other geopolitical zones have 6 states? How come that no airport in the east, in the Igbo land, has international standard, And they know majority of travelers are from Imo and Anambra State. And Imo, Anambra, Abia State don't have a standard airport. So those are the things that have to be looked into. When Atiku becomes president, he has promised that he will revisit the restructuring issue, and these are the things that are going to be
Okay, talking of restructuring, I know Atiku has promised that several times. I have asked somebody, one of my guests here, is it going to be a holistic approach or section by section?
Well, it's going to be a holistic approach, but carrying it out will be, sectional. Yeah.
But he promised for one tenure. Is he going to do it in 4 years?
I wouldn't doubt if he will do it for only one term, because if you check his age, I think it's about 72 years. Yes. 4 more years will put him at 76 years old. So a 76-year-old man will do little or nothing into running around and all that. I'm not saying he's not going to be active then, but it's more realistic to believe that he will step down after 4 years, considering his age. Because he has a vision for Nigeria.
Yeah, because what
in 4 years he will be able to
restructuring. Will it be possible in 4 years?
At least he will set the ball running. The main thing is to get the game started. You may start the game
we don't have
the
continuity
first half.
in Nigerian political life. We don't have continuity.
Well, if we have the right people in the power, there will be continuity. It's just like somebody, a captain that gets into the game of soccer. He starts the game first half and he has scored 1 or 2 goals and he gets out. And he has already raised the tempo of the game and of his team. So in the second half, if he's not there, the other members of the team, since it's a team effort, will continue and make sure victory,
Well, PDP ruled for 16 years in Nigeria, and there were so many deviations when the next government comes. So do you think everything will change if Atiku becomes the president? No, somebody said that PDP has rebranded. It's a new PDP and it's a born again. I use the word born again PDP. So
I have to pass through water and spirit to be born again.
Okay, so you think that even if Atiku rules for one term and goes, the next coming in, it must be a PDP and he will continue?
Well, if he gets there for one term, he will set a standard that has to be followed. He will get the ball running. It will only be somebody mischievous that will come and want to stop something that is going in the right direction. And get me right, there are other people that are around who have inculcated that good mentality that Atiku could have brought in, and that want the country to go in that realm. So even if somebody come in, and wants to go the other way, he will be bridged in to say, look, this is the way it should be going. This is how we are doing it.
Okay. How do we intend to handle the cogs in the wheel? You know what I mean? Because Nigeria is so complex that as the good live, the bad also live. There are people who benefit from the corrupt practices of the society. And when you talk of restructuring, when you want to do things for the people, there are people who will stand in between to make sure that you did not succeed. How do you intend to handle such situations?
Is to get good leadership from the beginning to take off. When the good leadership takes off and people see their sincerity and commitment in getting the country on a good highway, people, workers, employers, employees, students will start keying in into that, good standard, good channel. Look, America, we are in here, we are enjoying, there is law and order, people respect rights and all that. It has not been how it has always been like that. No. At a time, there were lawless people here. If you watch some their old movies, you see the lawbreakers, and you see the killers and the murderers and the corrupt people. But when they had a standard, we had a constitution they keyed in, gradually, it will not happen in a day, in a month, or in one time. Gradually, people will start keying into that. And you remember when they had war against indiscipline?
Yes.
Because Idiagbon was committed and serious, and the approach was right. In fact, people stopped urinating by the roadside.
Yes.
People start throwing trash on the roadside. Because if you do it, the next person behind you say, hey, pick it up.
Pick it up.
You want to pee outside,
There may be a mobile police
to arrest you.
To arrest immediately.
So when people see that the leadership has started on a firm and honest ground, which I believe Atiku has, through experience, gone through the fire. He's a man we can trust on now. He's a moderate. He's not a religious bigonist. He's somebody we could look onto, and people will start keying in and say, wow, things are changing. So it will not just end in 4 years. It will continue.
Kicking against the government, you better fall in place so that to make things work. The former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, when Atiku indicated his interest, made a statement that God will not forgive him if he supports Atiku. But recently, Atiku visited him, he changed his mind and endorsed him. What could have happened?
He just found out that God will forgive him. If he supports Atiku. He just went back as a Baptist and read his Bible very well and found out that God forgives every sin except unpardonable sin, which is sin against the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
Continues the deliberate the doubt or disbelief against the Holy Spirit. And that is unpardonable sin. So Obasanjo just found out that God will forgive him even if he endorses Atiku or does not endorse.
Definitely, because Atiku has not committed
unpardonable sin, and he cannot commit it against
so he has
Obasanjo
his blessings and everything. Okay, Bishop, now we are still on the election matter, and what do you expect from your people from Togo, especially?
I expect them to open their eyes, like Nigerians will say, shine your eyes. There are a whole lot of people out there now from different parties running around to get noticed or get elected or get their votes. They should shine their eyes, check their pedigree, check out their past and their experiences, and compare it with a man who from his childhood has been involved in humanitarian services. As a youth, has been involved in helping the older ones, has been involved in helping the younger ones, have served after seminary as a university chaplain, helped people to get admission while a chaplain in Edo State University, Ekboma. Traveled overseas, has helped a lot of people in our community to go overseas. I've been to more than 27 countries in the world, in Asia, in Middle East, in Far East, Singapore, Hong Kong. As a matter of fact, I'm due to have a conference in Singapore and Kuala Lumpur next week. And a man who has managed human beings as a pastor for these years without any blemish. A man who has run a successful business in the United States as a paramedic, a medical personnel. They have to look into that and see the wealth of experience that I'm bringing in. I have a connection with so many foreign donors. I have a relationship with so many faith-based organizations that can bring incentives back home. And these are what our people need. Those cottage hospitals, the Imo State government can't do it for them. But I can hook up, as you know, donor agencies from here in the United States. They will come and equip, I will show them the structure. They will come and equip those structures in the Ituboma and other neighboring local governments. And I'm able to do that.
Okay, Bishop, I wanted to ask you, since you've been from the primaries to the stage you are now, how has the support been, the support you've received so far?
Well, I have received a lot of moral support and prayers, but financial support, I would say, very scanty, because our people haven't understand the need to invest into politics. And they will sit down here and complain, go to media forums and platforms, WhatsApp and Facebook, and complain and attack how things are not going well. But they forgot to know that if you can't go get involved, your money can get involved. Your money can be your voice. And that's exactly what happens in civilized society, like where we live in. We only want to copy what we want to copy in America. We don't want to copy other good things. What they do here is that friends will organize dinner for donor dinners to support you. And people will come there, pay $50, $100, $2,000, $1,000. Because when they are giving you that support, you have
invested it up to them to represent them and give account of your still worship.
Exactly. But so they can call you on the phone and say, hey, man, this is what you promised. This is how things are going. What
don't forget that we organize this, we support this.
Exactly. So our people here have to be educated to know the importance of getting involved. If you don't want to get involved physically, if you don't want to get into the danger of being in that war zone called Nigeria,
those who think that
your money can go,
risking themselves, you should give them the backup.
Give them the support. And the good thing about it, it creates a room, a way of welcoming others to join in future. So those of us who are taking the bull by its horn now is clearing the way for others. You say, oh, Bishop went, he succeeded. You know,
this person went,
he succeeded. Let me go give it a shot. And guess what? We who went and succeeded are already on ground to bring you in, to welcome you and show you how you go about it. But if we keep running away from politics, keep disassociating ourselves, getting our money away from politics, not getting involved, those people at home holding us as ransom will continue to hold us
to do what they are doing. Okay, Bishop, I think this is where we're going to draw the curtain for today, and we want to thank you. We wish you well, we wish you success, and I hope by the time you win the next election, we'll come back here to celebrate. We thank you so much for making our time to be with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello viewers, we come to the end of this week edition of Point Blank. I've been with Bishop Emma Okereke, PDP candidate for Imo State of Assembly representing Ihitu Uboma. It's been a pleasure having him here. Until next week when we are going to have another interesting topic. This is your brother Kizito Osimnog Ibe thanking you for watching. Bye-bye.